All right, welcome back to the iWealth podcast, and me and Brad are talking about purposeful retirement, and in particular, what does that look like? You just wrote the book on this.
Right.
Give me the footnotes.
Yeah, I mean, we just got done redoing Fish Don't Clap and added a chapter at the end, Matt, that just talked about, in my mind, if somebody goes through that book and reads that parable, the story, and they want to put that into action, like what they should do as far as putting it into action. But you know, retirement means different things to different people. And I think it means different things to different people today than it did 15 years ago. But, I mean, when you think about retirement, like think about grandparents or something, like what comes to your mind when you think about retirement? And is it different today than it was? Like,
yeah. I don't know that it's really changed a lot in my mind for like me personally. There's two versions of retirement. Okay. And to me, the one version of retirement is what I would guess most Americans guess, which is like, I'm done with work, I have the relax, I have the coffee, I have the time with the newspaper, and there's this slow, methodical, this is what we're doing, you know, the cat's there, right? It's that picture, right?
Yeah.
And then there's this other version that I have for myself, which is like, I still have tons of projects going on that maybe I get to pick a little more of them. And people are showing up in my world because they're excited about some sort of project, right? Yeah. And meaning comes not necessarily from the project, but from the other people that we get to do projects with. And so for me, retirement looks like a lot of what I'm doing right now, only with a little more purposeful piece to it, where it's like I'm picking that project, and yet I'm enjoying the company. Yeah. So that's what retirement looks like to me, which is the different version.
Well, and your head's in the right spot. A lot of people's aren't. The number one word you said was purpose.
Yeah.
Purposeful retirement. You talked about projects. You talked about people. You talked about doing things. Like, what are those things? Is it church projects? Is it still video projects? Like, what? You're 75 and you're in this new world of yours. But what's the purpose part?
Nobody's ever actually asked me this before, but for some reason I have this vision of doing tabletop work, right? So it's like where you're shooting like a pop can opening, or right, you're shooting the fish tank through it, right? I have this vision of me retiring and then having lots of young people that are excited about life being around, and then we're shooting things on the tabletop for a product or whatever, because it would be everyone coming to me with. So for some reason, that's part of my retirement.
So interesting. You said younger people.
Yes, for sure.
The younger people, so you can get
and they
some
have to
energy,
be all excited,
energy and vibe from them.
So that
you probably still
so that I
will
can
be.
drink coffee and play with the cat.
No, we'll do that when we're dead someday. But yeah, so you said younger people. You're helping with video work, which is part of your unique ability, and solving problems and things like that. Like it's so important. Like I wish I have a name for you, a new term for you, and I wish I was smart enough to figure it out. It's already trademarked. Chad Jenkins did it, who's a friend of mine, and it's called desirement. Instead of retirement, he calls it desirement. And I really like how that feels in my head when I say desirement, because what you're really talking about is what do you desire to do down the road, and that's what you're going to do in retirement is desirement. And I kind of like how that coins.
That's cool.
But it gets back to purpose. Like it's all about purpose. And so I know people that are working today that are miserable. We all do. And they lack some purpose. There's not a like higher calling that they desire to like work towards, whether that's be spiritual, whether that be religion, whatever that is. But I also see it in retirement a lot too, where people retire, and the book talks about from to to, you know, am I going to retire from this job to this new purposeful lifestyle? Or is it just to get away from the job? And it has to be to. You got to get to.
Yep.
More people are focused on the from. They just want to be done, but they don't have the to figured out. And the to for you that you're figuring out at a young age is what that desire is or purpose is when you retire. And if you could get there younger, if you can be there in your 50s, where you're working on purposeful things, then you're going to continue to do that longer. And so retirement just becomes an afterthought. Like you're just going to, hopefully you have enough money saved and things like that where you can just pet the cat and pet the cat. But really you're focused on the purpose side of it.
So one of my near and dear friends, he talks about retiring and he grew up in race community, but the idea of retires, right? Like it's still the same car, only I'm going to take the old tires off and I'm going to put on new tires, which allows you just to go faster, right? So he's always talking about, retiring, retire, right? Let's just go faster because he's a race guy, right? But it's kind of a fun idea.
Yeah, for sure. So anyway, I think it's changing a little bit in the world that I like. A lot of entrepreneurs I'm around and business owners I'm around really do believe if they have their right business or purpose figured out that they're going to work longer. Yeah. Like that's part of their why they get up and put their pants on in the morning so that they can talk to somebody and help them, or whether that's plumbing or whether that's, banking or whatever that business is that they're doing, engineering, that they're able to help people and they're going to continue to do that. But the other side of the purposeful retirement is the travel piece. You and I have talked about in some podcasts in the past, like, I believe, just personally, Matt, and I know you're in the same boat, that I believe experiences are what life's about. It's not about, is my house or bigger than yours, or my truck faster or taller than yours. Back to my little man syndrome, as my 5'9" frame would
as
say.
You show up with your suite up.
Yeah, exactly. But it's really not about, can I acquire more stuff? It's about, can I do some experiences that I want to do with the people that I love, and if I can put those experiences in place now and continue to put those experiences in over time, does that make me feel more purposeful too? Like you've put some thought around this. Like you and I've talked a lot about, like, what are we looking forward to? Yeah. Right?
You can do really hard things like finish out your work week or work month or finish out your career if you have something big to look forward to. Yeah. And there's so much truth around that.
There is. And the age doesn't matter. Like, my daughter happens to be getting married this weekend. Her grandfather, my dad, I continue to ask him, like, what are you looking forward to? And that wedding continues to come up. And it's hunting or something. And when the wedding's over, it'll be, what are you looking forward to? I think as we age, if we have something that's purposeful that we're looking forward to, a trip or an event like a wedding or something meaningful, when we wake up, we have the ability to kind of look forward to it. So yeah, we can put in the grind today of working like you have to do today with me, Matt. Yeah. But what are you looking forward to? Yeah, exactly. So what are you looking forward to, 2 weeks from now or a month from now? Like, what trip or what experience are you looking forward to? Yep.
All good things. I like it.
Yeah. So when I think about retirement, I think about it as just a lifestyle switch. But the people that I've been able to help the most are people that can get their head around retiring to that next phase, and they start to figure out what the two is. Like, I love your analogy in your head about the tabletop and young kids and stuff. Many people, Matt, don't know. Yeah. I'll ask them, like, 3 years from now, when you're retired, the Dan Sullivan R Factor question, like 3 years from now and you're retired and you look back over the past 3 years, what has to happen personally and professionally for you to be happy? And if the professional goes to nothing because they're retired, many of them don't know.
Yeah, what are you personally looking forward to? And the answer is, I don't know. Well, okay, you've just signed your own, death warrant.
Right.
Like, it's bad to say, but there's a lot of truth to that.
Telling the universe that it's time to check out.
Time to check out.
I'm done. I'm going to check out. So be excited about what that future is, whether you're 50, 60, 80. Just be excited about it, and you'll live longer. I truly believe that.
And even if you're not excited, just pick something. Doesn't matter what it is. Like, literally just pick something. It doesn't matter. Yeah. And what'll happen is you catch up that you're like, I am actually excited about this. Yeah. I've spent 20 hours telling people, like, hey, this is coming up or on my radar or something I'm looking forward to. Mm-hmm. And then it gives you something else to talk about with people. Yeah. Because you're not interesting if you have nothing coming up. Like, you just have to just pick something. Yeah. Even if you change your mind later, It's like a job. Just pick something, go to work, and then if you don't like it, you can change your mind. That's okay.
Or learn something. How about these people that go back to college or whatever? Like, just go learn something or discover something that you haven't did before or whatever.
Retire.
Yeah, retire.
Put the new tires
Put the new tread on it. I like that. That's a good analogy. So, all right. Well, thank you for being here today, Matt. It's interesting to talk about. I think enough people, like, we don't have to talk about money to have this conversation, right? People don't want to talk about politics and money and things like that, and maybe they talk too many politics. But when it comes to desirement, retirement, whatever word you want to use, it's all built on purpose. And I think this conversation needs to happen with your family and with your friends, having a cup of coffee or dinner at night or something. Just talk about what are you excited about in the future, and then just work towards it,
Yeah. Even if you're not excited, just be excited, because you will get excited. That's how it works.
Right.
Right. The mind tells the body, and the body tells the mind.
That's right. Turn on those indicators in your head that at least lets you explore. Think about exploring whatever's that new thing that you want to check out.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's one of the best topics out there, hands down. I could do hours on this topic. I love it.
Awesome. Well, it's good to see you, Matt.
We'll see you back here next time.
All right. Thank you.